Truth or fake? Catalina Marchandebra by the big board. Good evening to you, Catalina. The question tonight is, who is Agent Krasnov? There are some who say it's Donald Trump. Catalina, tell us more. Truth or fake?
Well, Mark, this is a rumor, conspiracy theory, whatever you want to call it, that has been going around for a while now, but more recently it's taking on new life on February 20th when Alner Musayev, who is a former Soviet security official in the KGB, claimed here on Facebook that President Donald Trump was recruited by the KGB, the Russian intelligence agency, in 1987, and apparently Donald Trump was assigned the code name Krasnov, as you just mentioned. He says it was in this year that his department, in the 6th Department of the KGB of the USSR in Moscow, that they recruited the 40-year-old businessman from the USA. Musayev continues to say that the most important role of his department was the recruitment of businessmen from capitalist countries. So following this publication, these claims spread like wildfire on social media, TikTok, X, you name it. There's even this thread on X purporting to show evidence to support these claims that's already been viewed over 10 million times on X. Claims further amplified by this article published by The Daily Beast, published and later removed, all dissecting these claims that Donald Trump was allegedly a former Russian spy that went by the codename Krasnov.
Agent Krasnov, Donald Trump or not, that is the question. Dissecting these claims then for us, what have you discovered?
Well, Mark, our fact-checking colleagues at Snopes looked into these particular claims. They found that these allegations don't actually line up with official records. While it is true that Donald Trump did visit Moscow in 1987, reportedly to look at possible locations for luxury hotels. However, Snopes found several Russian-language websites that they claim are of unknown trustworthiness, with biographies of Musayev, where we find discrepancies in his claims that we saw on Facebook. Musayev, on his claims, says that he worked in the 6th Directorate of the KGB in 1987. However, both of these online biographies place him in the KGB from the years 1979 and 1986, when he moved to the Soviet Union's Ministry of Internal Affairs. Moreover, following this Facebook post, one of the historians that worked on his biography further calls these claims a global circus. He says that the 6th Directorate, where Musayev used to work in the KGB, was not actually involved in recruiting foreign citizens. Other sources confirm the same information in this book. For example, the Central Intelligence Agency explains that the 6th Directorate of the KGB was actually responsible for enforcing financial and trade laws, as well as guarding against economic espionage, while the 1st Directorate of the KGB branch was the one that's responsible for recruiting foreign assets, such as would be Donald Trump.
And given, as you pointed out, this whole thing takes a whole different life, the way that Trump is acting right now, he's lining up with Vladimir Putin's view on Ukraine, the fact that there are some people within his new administration have clear leanings and sympathies towards Russia and Vladimir Putin, it's raising many, many questions. And there have been previous accusations, Catalina, have there not, against Trump, calling him a Russian asset, a Russian spy. Tell us more about that.
That's right. Trump has shown pro-Russian positions lately and in the past, compared with other U.S. presidents, which has led to many allegations that he was or is a Russian asset agent in some way or another. This goes back to 2017, right before Donald Trump took office during his first term, when this Steele dossier, also known as the Trump-Russia dossier, was released with claims from an MI6 agent that Russia had incriminating information on Donald Trump. Then in 2021, the book American Compromat, where a former KGB spy called Yuri Shvets alleged that Trump was compromised by Russia. Shvets also spoke to The Guardian on the matter in 2021, saying that Donald Trump was cultivated as a Russian asset for over 40 years. a perfect target for the KGB given his vanity and narcissism, he says. The Russian spy goes on to say that Donald Trump first appeared on Russian radars in 1977 and that the KGB later went on a charm offensive, they call it, during Trump's first visit that took place in Moscow in 1987. Information that does coincide with the claims on Facebook by KGB agent Musayev. Donald Trump has denied these claims in the past, calling them phony. However, we will never fully know to what extent President Donald Trump has been, or if he even ever was compromised by the Russian government.
Indeed, that trip to Russia, at least one of them, allegedly paid for by the KGB, but it's a question of proving whether that is true or fake, and it could be perhaps inconclusive in that sense. But Catalina, thank you for sorting out the truth from the fake as best we can about the identity of Agent Krasnov. Is it or is it not Donald Trump? We, of course, will be watching that story for all its developments. Thanks again to you, Catalina Marchandebra, for Truth or Fake.